Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about zodiac sign compatibility between Capricorn and Pisces. And yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant for both people. Well, anyway, they are compatible by sign. They are two signs apart or sextile by sign. And they're both feminine signs, which suggests introversion and privacy. And really, they both are more subjective than objective as well. And they're more to themselves than as opposed to being outgoing and gregarious. Now, you have Capricorn, which can be introverted and introspective. You have Pisces, which could be strongly connected with solitude and seclusion. The reasons for the introversion are a little bit different, though, for both signs. I think when you look at Capricorn, a lot of it could be connected with mistrust from others, toward others, as far as people like strangers that they don't know, because Capricorn is an earth sign and can be somewhat suspicious. And really, there a lot of times Capricorn just likes to keep things like with a few close friends and acquaintances and their family members. And you have Pisces, it's more about withdrawing. I think a lot of times escaping from the outside world, I think, is what's connected with Pisces more than anything. But looking at these two, the thing about this is now Capricorn and Pisces, even though they're compatible, they can have some disparities. You look at Capricorn can come off as maybe somewhat undemonstrative. Pisces, it can be very sensitive and emotional. However, on the positive end, Capricorn can help give a little bit more discipline to Pisces and be able to help them not always act or not act on emotion that's as strongly as maybe they do sometimes. And then you have Pisces can kind of encourage Capricorn to sometimes let out their emotions a little bit more, in that it's okay to do so. And you look at these two now. Capricorn is a little bit, being an earth sign, they could be somewhat self-protective, and they're really more, they're really more about their close friends, their close acquaintances, their family is what they're really strongly concerned with in many instances. Where Pisces kind of is more about people outside their own sphere very often. Pisces is often about helping others that are less fortunate than themselves, and such as the oppressed, the impoverished, homeless people. And where Capricorn can show certain selflessness within their own close sphere of people that are very close to them, Pisces kind of does this a little bit more beyond beyond the people that are strongly associated with them. Now, the thing too is that when you look at Capricorn can give pragmatism to Pisces, who can be somewhat unrealistic. And Pisces can give a little more compassion and imagination to Capricorn. Capricorn can give more consistency to Pisces. Pisces can be somewhat flighty and inconsistent, and they could give Capricorn can give more consistency to Pisces. The single-mindedness of Capricorn can help Pisces attain their dreams, perhaps, and really make the dreams manifest into reality. Pisces is really can be a strong dreamer in thinking about things and contemplating things, but a lot of times will not act upon it. Capricorn can be very ambitious, and they could inspire Pisces to be more ambitious in terms of attaining their dreams. Now, another thing too is that you look at these two signs. Now, as far as in the bedroom goes, so to speak, well, this could be something where Pisces can admire Capricorn's consistency and their reliability. Capricorn, as I've mentioned previously, can often be more sensual and demonstrative than what they show outwardly in public. But the thing about it is Pisces may not feel that Capricorn always has that emotion with them. That they don't might not feel that emotional rapport in the bedroom. Capricorn can like Pisces creativity in the bedroom and in that imaginative side. But the thing is, they might feel that Capricorn might see Pisces is a little bit more emotionally needy or clingy than what they really than maybe what they care for sometimes. But I think they're really the thing about these two is there could be some minor disparities, but I think they help. One can help the other one in the areas that the other lacks, such as I stated before, with the compassion from Pisces to Capricorn, and Capricorn given Pisces the discipline. And the thing about this is that you look at both these signs, and really another difference that you have, though, is that Pisces is a mutable sign, which suggests pliability, adaptability, and Capricorn is not going to be as much that. Capricorn, being a cardinal sign, is not going to be as adaptable if a dispute should arise between these two signs. Capricorn may often emerge victorious. Pisces is generally more passive and would be less confrontational than Capricorn. So that's a thing to look at. But they really have, this is a very good combination, and I think one could help the other one with what each one lacks mutually. So anyway, it's also important to look at the aspect, if any, between the energies of these two people, as this could indicate as to whether there is perhaps even a little better compatibility than otherwise indicated, or maybe not quite as much. So anyway, well, in many instances, you'll have a sextile aspect take place between the energies of these people. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 9 degrees, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Pisces at 7 degrees. Well, that would form a sextile aspect, and the thing is that could be that could be positive and auspicious, and you may even have even a little better harmony in flow between these two people than otherwise indicated, and they are compatible by sign, so you get a little extra bonus having the sextile aspect. Now, however, in some cases, you will have an out-of-sign square aspect take place between the energies of these people. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 1 degree, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Pisces at 28 degrees. Well, that would form an out-of-sign square aspect, which could be adverse or adversarial, and you might have a little bit more conflict and challenges, and a few more obstacles than otherwise indicated by the general compatibility interpretation. But keep in mind that they are still compatible by sign, so you've got to factor that into the equation as well. Now, you could also have a semi-sextile aspect take place between the energies of these people. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 29 degrees, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Pisces at 0 degrees. Well, that would form a semi-sextile aspect, which is positive like the sextile, but it is a minor aspect, so it's like a modified version of it. It's really, I consider it good, but not great. I call it slightly positive or auspicious, and they are still sextile by sign. So you have this. That's pretty decent. If you can have this, if you're already compatible by sign, and then if you have the semi-sextile aspect, well, you have maybe a little better flow than otherwise indicated. So anyway, you could also have a semi-square aspect take place between the energies of these people. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 21 degrees, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Pisces at 6 degrees. Well, that would form a semi-square aspect, which could be, I call it slightly adverse or adversarial. It's not as negative as the square because it is a minor aspect, not a major one, but it's like a modified version of the square aspect. And you might have some light conflict and challenges and disparities between the two, a little more so than what is indicated by the general compatibility interpretation. Keep in mind, though, that they are still compatible by signs, so you've got to factor that in as well. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for zodiac sign compatibility between Capricorn and Pisces, and stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about zodiac sign compatibility between Aquarius and Aquarius. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.